Раз, раз. Раз, раз.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Привет, друзья. Закончил наконец-то я этот сериал «Звездный человек со звезды». Сегодня 5 серий, последний перевел. Только что закончил. Ну, что я обратил внимание... вот он. Куда ты пошел-то, я с тобой говорить. Ебать. Ну...
Восславим господа нашего. Что тебя ко мне привело?
Sir, my investigation led me back to Scallis, and I happened across a criminal there. I just wanted to report to you, sir, that I dealt with that murderer. He attacked me and... well, I got the better of him. He won't be doing any more harm to anyone.
That was a brave deed, Henry. Thank you. I see you've been doing an excellent job in my service. I sent a patrol there some time ago, and they never returned.
Sir, I'm afraid I have some bad news. We came across a burnt-out farm near Merhoyed.
Toth must have left some of his cronies behind.
Now, this is something else, sir. We found a shield there with a crest. A tricolour star on a blue field.
I know that coat of arms, unfortunately. It's the House of Zul.
There was a letter there, too.
Show it to me. Although I think I already know what it will say.
Here you are, sir.
Unscrupulous beast. Cruelty and malevolence. I challenge you to face me in a duel. Defend your honor. An ignominious wretch. Well, that's nice. Signed, Hagen Zul. As I expected, old grievances coming back to haunt me.
What happened between you and Sir Hagen?
That's a long story.
Well, I'd like to hear the whole story, sir, if you wouldn't mind.
Very well. It began in the first year of King Wenceslas's reign. He sent me to resolve a dispute between the Zuls and a neighboring house. It concerned land boundaries. The Zuls had refused to accept the ruling of the land court. His Majesty's position was a little shaky after his coronation. So a decision was made in the royal court to take radical action against any dissent in the kingdom. Since the Zul family was defying the king, we were obliged to punish them. Harshly, as the circumstances demanded. The head of the family, Hagen's father, was hanged, their castle razed to the ground and their property confiscated.
So, they're out for vengeance. But you acted according to the law.
Would it were that simple, lad. I was young and didn't realize the repercussions it would bring. For one thing, the king didn't use it to strengthen his position. On the contrary, he took less and less interest in such affairs.
How come?
Because he realized things would eventually sort themselves out. He promoted me to royal hetman, leaving him to pursue other interests. Secondly, my actions essentially created another band of robbers. When you strip a nobleman of his property, you can't expect him to take to begging. And thirdly, I wasn't aware at the time that the other party to the dispute was distantly related to me. Naturally, that made it look like I was acting in self-interest. If I'd known what I know today, I'd have been a lot more circumspect.
This Sir Hagen wants to challenge you to a duel.
Apparently, he still hopes I will agree to this kind of outmoded solution to disputes.
Surely you can't refuse a challenge to a duel. What about your honor?
Henry, my boy, honor is a splendid thing, and it should be held in high regard. But in time, you'll learn that some matters are not so straightforward.
Like this one?
Yes, like this one. The only reason Hagen is challenging me now is that he has a marked advantage. I've served as the royal hetman for the last 15 years and become a courtier. Hagen, meanwhile, was fighting in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia and elsewhere as a mercenary. Which of us do you think would win a duel? That's not honor, but an abuse of honor. Commonplace opportunism. I don't blame him for trying, but I'm not such a fool as to play by his rules.
Well, what are we going to do about this?
You and Kuno's band will just have to deal with Hagen and prevent further mayhem. The longer he's marauding around these parts, the greater the chances that I'll finally have to succumb to his conditions.
So you'd fight him, if it came to that?
Let's hope it doesn't come to that. But maybe there's something else behind this challenge. Maybe it's coin he's after. Who knows?
All right. We'll deal with him, sir.
I'm sure you will, Henry.
I'd like to ask something about this Sir Hagen.
Sure.
Да хранит тебя Бог.
Так, окей.
Пожалей. Я была готова. Bread, fresh bread. Bread.
Храни тебя, Господь. До свидания.
Странно, конечно.
Вилы и топоры — все, что нужно для того, чтобы приручить мать природу.
Все эти кубки золотые, как же они не показываются-то?
Господи всемогущий!
Бывай.
Приветствую, рыцарь. Чем могу услужить? Увидимся позже.
Bread baked just this morning. Bread.
Чесночок, морковочка,
Чтобы
бекон.
приручить мать природу.
Да пребудет с тобой Бог.
I need an experienced merchant to help me with the rebuilding of Pribyslavitz. How would you like to move there?
Me, a burger? Go and live in the woods? Hold on. You're actually serious?
Well, yes.
You want me to give up the position I've been building for myself here for years? I'd have to be mad, young fellow. No, no. You should try and find someone else who knows about numbers, weights, and measures. Бывай, пока. Да пребудет с тобой Бог.
Почему луки эти не были? Ну так вот, что удивляет вот в этом сериале, да, и на многих других. Сезон кончается, последняя серия. Ну, чаще всего, допустим, нового сезона уже не будет. Все, это последняя серия вообще. Так вот, эти последние серии вообще не похожи на то, что это последняя серия. Вплоть до того, что там даже не обозначены фактически никакие цели, которые изначально ставились. Просто как обычная серия. Которая с таким, скорее, которое место скорее где-нибудь там в середине. Но уж никак в качестве последней серии, заключительной, там, финальной какой-нибудь там, или какая-то там точка ставится, какая-то остросюжетность какая-то дополнительная там и так далее и тому подобное. Ёпта, не туда.
Henry, come here.
What is it, Jakey?
The stone wants to talk with you, if you can call it that. Probably about that ring.
What ring?
Ah, no one told you about it. The fellas call it the Ring of Bacchus. It's a kind of game we play. Kuno gave us this ring. It's just a worthless bauble. But when we're at the tavern, Kuno pays everything for the man who has the ring. So we steal the ring from each other and try to trick each other. Well, actually, just the others. They won't let me play. Kuno says I'm too young to get boozed up.
That sounds like a lot of fun. But I don't have the ring, so why does the stone want to see me?
He probably wants you to steal it from someone. Since you're new, the fellows will talk to you, and it won't be suspicious.
All right, I'll have a word with him. Hey, Jakey, can you tell me something about yourself?
Want to get matey, eh? Sure, Henry. What do you want to know?
How did you end up in Kuno's band?
Well, I used to be a baker's hand in Prague, but all the other fellas were always on my back, always swearing at me. Sometimes they even beat me up, took everything I had. To make a bit of coin, I started going to the tavern across the road, entertaining the rich gents with jokes, playing the fool. Sometimes someone would throw me a half-groschen. One time, Kuno turned up there, and I got to talking with him. When I told him all the shit I was getting at the bakery, he offered to take me with him.
I bet you were glad to get out of there.
Yeah, though it's not like they give me much peace here either. It's all,
Jakey, come here. Jakey, go there. Jakey, get that.
Well, surely you can't be any worse off here than in the bakery.
no. Only, at the bakery, the worst I ever got was a beating. It's not like my life was in danger. But here, when those Beerman brothers are drunk, I have to keep well out of sight.
How come they bullied you at the bakery? It's usually the shy ones bullies pick on. That's not exactly you.
Not now, maybe. I learned a thing or two since then.
Oh, come on, you shy? You just said you were playing the fool and telling jokes in the tavern.
All right, I'll tell you the truth. They picked on me because I'm an orphan. The parish priest of St. Apollinaires in Prague found me as a baby in the church one winter's morning. I spent half my childhood in parish houses and half on the street.
I see. That must have been tough.
It still is tough, I can tell you that.
What do you think about this business with Hag and Zool?
Zool? Huh. I'd rather keep that to myself. but since you're the only one who's interested in my opinion, I'll tell you. I reckon Radzig's making a big mistake. I might not be grown up yet, but I've walked in these shoes long enough to know that asking a mercenary to do something for nothing is stupid.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Never mind. It's just a feeling I have. If Kuno heard me talking about it, he'd tan my hide.
All right, we'll drop it then. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. Stefan, can you tell me something about yourself?
What is it you want to know, youngster?
I'm curious how you ended up in Kuno's band.
You noticed I don't exactly fit in with this pack of felons and reprobates, huh? Unfortunately, you can't always choose your company, can you?
No, I suppose not. But how did you come to be with them?
Oh, well, I'd love to tell you, but Kuno insisted we keep that between the two of us. And I'm not one to break a confidence.
Oh. But, well, Kuno said it was you who wanted to keep it secret.
Really? Are you sure about that? You must have misunderstood him.
No, I don't think so. At least... Oh, never mind. So, where did you live before? What did you do?
I used to live in a town before. Back there I was doing something very different. Although, now I think of it, maybe it wasn't that different in a way. If you know what I mean.
Actually, I haven't the foggiest idea what you mean. You don't give anything away, do you?
Me? I'm an open book, lad. Ask me anything you like, and I'll give you an honest answer. Go on.
Maybe another time. My head's starting to spin.
As you wish. Shame, though. There's nothing I enjoy more than conversing.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
I'd say you and Sir Radzig are very fortunate to have Kuno on the job. He's a master at handling such matters.
Is he? Why's that?
Dealing with bastards like Hagen Zul demands both courage and sharp wits. It's not a commonplace combination, but Kuno has both in abundance.
Не хочешь сделать бросок другой?
Ну, начинай! Вот так. Я закончу. Поглядим. Ну уж на этот раз точно. Проклятие! Come on, it's time I had a throw. Вот так.
Че, вторую пятерку не отложил? Вот странно. И до этого единичка были две, а он только одну отложил. И что вот с иероглифом? Что с ней как быть? Что она дает?
О, нет! Ну, чтоб тебя! Отличная игра. Ты заслужил победу.
Покурим.
Tell me something about yourself.
What do you want to know?
How did you and Jan end up with Kuno?
Me and my brother been riding with coin men since we was little. This was just another mercenary band for us. But Kuno seemed like a decent kind of fellow who'd treat us fair.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
Well, I'm worried Kuno is underestimating Hagen. I was at the siege of Lansenbach with the both of them, so I know a thing or two about it. Hagen's got all these noble airs and graces. These knights that talk of honor and glory. Kuno reckons they're like lost lambs on the battlefield, and he's usually right. But that Hagen ain't no lamb. He's a cold-blooded killer, by all accounts.
Can you tell me something about yourself, Jan?
Why not? I haven't been to confession for a while.
How did you end up in Kuno's band?
Ah, it's nothing new for me and my brother. We've been fighting for coins since we were old enough to carry swords. Last time we rode with one Lombardian by the name of Collini. All over Bavaria, Austria and that.
What happened? Did you fall out?
Nah, we just wanted to come back to Bohemia. You know how it is. When no one understands a word you say, it ain't worth a damn.
You and Petter seem very close.
As brothers should be, lad.
Nah, to tell the truth, I'd never have guessed the two of you came from the same mother.
Oh, we've got the same ma, all right. I ain't got no ma, and neither does he. And the same goes for our pa. It's probably Satan himself.
Oh. I'm a bit confused. You're not actually brothers?
We might be. We might not. A band of mercenaries found us in a village when I was still a baby, and Petter hardly walking. Playing in the dirt together we was. Their leader took a shine to us for some reason. He took us away and raised us up. Raised us with swords for playthings and ale for mother's milk. A few years later, he was killed in Saxony. The band fell apart, but we joined another right away. That's the way it's been, ever since, over and over.
So you two never had... well,
a normal life. We ride from one fight to another, risking our necks and killing who they pay us to kill. That's normal for us. Always has been.
What do you think about this business with Hagen Zul?
That's a very tricky matter, I can tell you. Them Zuls are well known among us mercenaries. Hagen and his two brothers fought in the Margraviate Wars. That's quite a feather to have in your cap. On the other hand, they've got their weaknesses.
Like what?
They still like to think of themselves as high and mighty lords. Kuno got over that, thank Christ, and he treats us all like equals.
You think Hagen's men have no great love for him?
Well, I'd say they're running before his whip more than following his flag, if you understand me.
Aye. I see what you're getting at. I'd been to see Sir Radzik.
So how did he take the news?
Well, he wasn't exactly happy about it.
I can well imagine. I wouldn't want the Zuls plundering my estates either. If I had any.
He wants us to carry on patrolling the area. There's nothing else for it.
That makes sense. I don't think he'll come to us. So we'll just have to hope we run into him. I'd like to check out the big forest to the north. And then carry on via Ujits.
Sure.
Mount up then, and let's go.
Please, can we stop for a bit? My arse is aching, and I've such a thirst I could drink a moat dry.
Same here. What do you say, Chief?
Not to worry. We'll re-choose it soon. We'll spend the night there.
I heard they've got a peculiar priest there. They say he drinks like the devil himself.
There's nothing strange about that. Every other man on the cloth is a swill pot.
Or a lecher.
Or both.
Quiet.
Listen.
For the love of God, help!
Please, please, sir, help me.
Don't worry, lass. Nothing to fear. We're with Sir Radzig, in the manner of speaking. What's the matter?
These brigands came. The menfolk fled and left us there. They started pillaging the place, drinking whatever they could find and smashing things. I ran off, but the other girls, You've got to save them. Please, I beg you.
Easy, lass. Drinking, you say?
Aye, sir. They rolled the casks into the courtyard and started swilling like pigs from a trough.
Well, as our old cook used to say, if you want to make a proper goulash, you should soak the meat in ale for a while to soften it first.
Ah, let them get well soaked, and then go and chop them up. Good thinking, Chief.
But what about the girls? Those men, they were...
Ah, I'm sure your friends won't be getting nothing they ain't had before.
Well, unless they be nuns.
Kuno, the girl's right. If we delay, her friends will pay the price for it.
I appreciate your advice, Henry. But it's caution that'll keep you alive, not chivalrous deeds.
How do you think Sir Radzig will look if you let that happen? What will people say?
If I cared what people say, I wouldn't be a mercenary. It's no skin off my nose.
Well, I can tell you, Sir Radzig cares, and so do I. So we better ride there right now.
You're entitled to your opinion, Henry. Same as every man here. But I'm in command, and my main concern is keeping my men and myself alive. So we wait until they're dead drunk, and then pounce on them.
All right, Chief. But Sir Radzig won't be happy about it.
Maybe not, but he wouldn't be happy if we got ourselves slaughtered either, would he? Right. By now, they'll all be drunk as lords. Let's go!
Who wants their back covered?
My right arm is stiff since last night. Cover that side for me.
It's all in the wrist dangler.
So as not to do yourself an injury.
Still, it's always good to have your helmet well polished before battle.
Kurwa! Боже мой! О! Господи! Так себе ход.
I mean it.
Что здесь происходит?
I still like you. You're like a hero to me. You're like.
Come and have a game. Come and watch.
Especially by the mill. How come mill maids are always so pretty? That's a funny thing, because the mill hands, well, they were a pack of fuckers. and we all belong to the miller's guild. They say the ugly girls jump into the mill race, so the wheels will mill them into the pretty ladies.
Up for a game? Always. I've got some nice little items to wager. What do you say?
Well, that depends what you have.
I've got a shield, a jupon, and a very fine embroidered hat. The shield's got the Rickfald crest, a nice piece, handles well, and tough enough to take quite a battering. Then I've got this combat jupon. Not only does it look good, but it'll help keep your skin in one piece. And then there's this noble hat. It's not a lot of use on the battlefield, but if you want to look elegant around town, it'll certainly make a big impression on folk. And the girls will be fainting at your feet.
I like the sound of that shield. I'll play you for that.
All right, but what will you wager? You'll have to make it worth my while. After all, fine things like these here don't just grow on trees.
This should be enough, right?
That'll do me. Let's play.
Зачем? Ну зачем я вообще согласился? Снова все до нитки проиграю.
By Christ. I've fallen your way and no mistake.
Это все. Вот так. Не везет мне сегодня. Ну уж на этот раз точно. О, нет! Довольно, с меня хватит.
How about that game then?
I do indeed.
I could use that Jeep.
All right, but after all, fine thing.
This should be enough, right?
That'll do me.
Святой Георгий, направь мою руку. Поглядим. Ну уж на этот раз точно.
А пятерку что?
Ну, теперь-то мне конец. Не стоило упорствовать. Глазам своим не верю. Вот так. Ну уж на этот раз точно. Теперь ты. Да чтоб меня! Опять!
How about that game then?
I doing?
From the sound, I'll play you for it.
All right. After all,
This should be enough.
that'll do me.
Зачем? Ну зачем я вообще согласился? Снова все до нитки проиграю. Погляди.
Две пятерки.
Ну уж на этот раз точно. Это все. Поглядим. Ну, теперь-то мне конец.
Еще единица пятерка.
Твоя очередь. Отличная игра. Ты заслужил победу.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Ну, понятно, кто-то придет. Вот и что.
Ты что делаешь, убийца?
О чем таком ты говоришь?
Я видел, как ты ограбил труп.
Я старался понять, что здесь произошло, чтобы доложить об этом.
Хм. Допустим. Ладно уж. Полагаю, что виновен не ты.
Рад, что ты это понял. Нужно просто кому-то доложить о произошедшем. К сожалению, мы тут ничего сделать не сумеем. Ну-ка, ну-ка, что тут у нас? Что он нам при...
Продолжай!
Коленки
Ну, давай.
Что такое? В штаны наложил? Иди сюда, трусишка.
Ха-ха-ха! И это все, на что ты... Что, собирай? Оп!
Good fella. That's my boy.
Эй! Приветствую.
У меня есть кое-какие вещи, которые ищут их.
Давай. Да хранит тебя Бог.
Господь освети твой путь, добрый рыцарь, особенно в эти темные времена. Что я могу для тебя сделать?
Я бы
Ага, и чё?
Мне бы...
Уверена, ты...
Ну, все это как бы хорошо. Ну, сколько будет этих рейдов вообще? Сейчас попробую уже быстрое перемещение сделать, блин. Изначально надо было. Ну, сколько же можно скакать-то каждый раз сюда?
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Да просто чего покурим.
Can we set out?
Sure. We'll head towards Sasau today. Jakey heard at the tavern in Ledechko that someone there saw some unfamiliar horseman.
You think they could be Hagens?
Maybe, maybe not. It's enough that they're not local. Could be the escort of some merchant caravan, of course. Jakey, go and scout ahead. Don't want us running into any surprises. See if there's a good spot for us to camp.
Right, Chief.
What's the matter with Jakey? No back talk. I gave him a swig of schnapps at supper. Perhaps it made a man of him overnight.
Or that boar piss of yours took away his will to live.
Zastubi debitek potoki wina, nes venis nes semezis viva, nes venis nes eskas eslavi, citali piem nes tevain amhlavi. Hey! Českia citele plemen ohadi, pusti exodia bona dzierżadi.
Henry? I'm coming, brother!
Suck it! That's my horse!
We're on the river bank!
We have to get back to the bank! Quick! Before they cut us off!
To heal.
Да ёпта.
Хорошо, приземлился.
What now? I don't know. They could be lying in wait for us anywhere. Someone must have snitched on us. We should split up and get the fuck out of here.
So every man for himself?
Just so.
But you think it was one of the band who betrayed us?
Look around for yourself. Who's missing? Jakey. That's who. I sent him on ahead, and he knows which way we're going. That little fucking Judas! When I get my hands on him, he'll rue the day he was born.
I'll try and track him down. He can't be too far away.
No, it's too risky. He could have Hagen's people all around him. All we need to do is get out of here in one piece.
Он уже дохлый был. Так, ну лучника попробовать зелье ни разу не пробовал уже.
Не видал такого. Свинья сам...
There's the good doggy. That's my boy. Let's see what you can seek.
Ну, это турнир.
Подходи ближе, друг. У меня для тебя привлекательное предложение. Бога... Эй, парень, подойди-ка. Эй, парень, подойди-ка.
Что такое?
Не хочешь проверить свои навыки против моих?
Ты имеешь в виду поединок?
Боюсь, больше ничего на ум не приходит, дружище.
Да ты. Кто вообще такой?
Купцы нанимают меня для охраны. Это все, что тебе стоит знать. Так как насчет поединка?
Что ж, отчего бы и нет.
Превосходно. Тебе, наверное, есть что поставить?
Ясть.
Хорошо, давай начнем. Черт! Хватит с меня! Проклятие! Не мой сегодня день. Держи гроши и иди себе.
Да было же, ну что-то можно, ну. Тоже какой-то баг в игре, блин.
Есть у меня одна мыслишка.
В чем дело?
У меня для тебя отличное предложение, сделка, которая раз в жизнь выпадает. Любопытно.
Хорошо, покажи свои товары.
Как пожелаешь.
Поспать ему, по идее, надо, наверное. Я так думаю. Перед следующей вылазкой.
Да пребудет с тобой Господь.
У меня есть...
Да. До свидания.
Матерь Божия, ты...
Меня...
И что же?
Мне...
Уверен.
Мы там в лагере поспим.
How dare you sleep in someone else's bed? Get lost. Clear off.
Спать не дают.
I see everyone made it back in one piece.
Thank Christ. Someone up there must like us. Somehow we always manage to get out of these sticky situations.
Well, someone up there, or someone down there.
Shit, right. Well, the main thing is we made it.
So we'll go patrolling again?
We will, but not you.
What? Why not?
I found out where Jakey is. I want you to grab him and beat everything he knows about Hagen out of him.
Well, that sounds like a good plan. But why me?
For one thing, you're reliable. And for another, you're not likely to wring his neck on sight. Which can't be said for the rest of us.
Where is he hiding?
He isn't, the little shit. He's drinking away his 30 pieces of silver in some alehouse, bold as brass. The inn on the meadow, or something like that.
The inn in the glade?
Yeah, that's the one.
What are you going to be doing in the meanwhile?
We'll go on patrol as normal. It could be a trick, you see, to lure us into a trap.
But what if they're waiting to spring a trap on me?
It could well be, Henry. So you should be very careful. But one thing's for sure, Jakey won't be there forever. And someone's got to go and check it out.
I'll get going then.
Go. And when you find him, deal with him however you see fit. Just make sure you find out what he knows first.
Right, Chief.
Так. Корчма на полянке. Ну что думаю, сокровищего может быть? Пострелять во что-нибудь. Нахрен мне это надо?
Хорошо, призем...
Good boy. That's my boy.
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. Что за хрень?
Ты что здесь делаешь? Жить надоело? Эй!
Что
собираешься поплакать?
Yeah.
Well, now, what's come crawling out from under some rock?
Get him!
Hey, drop!
Is that all you've got? I'm going to enjoy it.
A kurwa!
О,
Не вовремя.
How are you?
ты слышал последние новости?
Так, пару слухов. Этот коварный лис заставил вас побегать, да? Всегда на шаг впереди вас.
Ты говоришь так, как будто восхищаешься им.
Признайся, у него это хорошо получается. Не так-то просто украсть замок прямо из-под носа. Я бы не отказался от такого товарища по оружию, но не хотел бы иметь такого господина.
Иногда ты не так прост, как кажешься.
Да нет же, я сама простота. Меня интересует только прибыль, а как ты ее получишь, не так важно.
Как торговля? Все в здешних краях хорошо?
Да вроде справляемся.
Найдется кровать на ночь?
For how long?
Только на...
Sure.
Вот.
You'll like it here.
I'm looking for a young fella by the name of Jakey.
A cheeky-looking stripling.
That'll be him, all right.
Well, I don't like to snitch on my guests. It ain't good for business. Since it's you, I'll make an exception.
Thanks, Andrew.
Well, I was gonna throw him out on his ear at first. He strolls in here like some lord, ordering people around. He's nothing but a snot-nosed brat. But then, he showed me the weight of his purse, and, well, business is business. He stayed here a couple of days. Yesterday evening he was boozing here, and then went off to the woods with some wench.
To the woods? That's a very broad term in these parts.
Someone said they saw them heading south across the meadow. There's pine woods there and cliffs, and that's where they went. The girl's father was here with her, a merchant. As soon as he noticed she was gone, he went off to look for her. You might meet him.
All right. Thanks.
А что, обучение, ничего?
See you later.
Сытое сообщение шлахнулось. Фантастика. Ну что ж, покурим.
Hey, Henry! I'm glad you're here, Henry.
I thought I'd be stuck here till Judgment Day.
What the fuck are you doing here?
I picked up this wench at the inn, see? And we wanted to go somewhere quiet. Only the bitch whacked me on the head with a rock and fucked off with all my coin.
Did she now? And which way did she go?
I haven't a clue, but I reckon as far away from her father as she could get. She won't be going back in a hurry. I've met some mad wenches in my time, but that one was a piece of work. She could have just asked me for coin, instead of trying to smash my skull right away, and then to leave me like this.
I'd say that's the pot calling the kettle black.
Listen, Henry, that thing with Hagen, I didn't want to, really, but they kept threatening me, and then they offered me coin. Jesus, Henry, I've never seen a pile of coin like that in my life. Kuno wouldn't give me as much as half a groschen for a cheap wench.
Yeah, my heart bleeds. Enough. Tell me where I can find Hagen.
Hagen? Lord Zool? Yeah, I'll tell you, Henry. We're still mates, right?
I don't know if I'd go as far as mates, but let's just say I understand.
I knew you and me would understand each other. So you'll let me go if I tell you?
Let you go? That rock must have really scrambled your brains.
Henry, I'm really sorry. I swear. Those fellas scared the wits out of me.
I can believe that. But why didn't you tell us about it? You didn't have to betray us.
I don't know. I was confused. Please, let me go.
First, tell me where Hagen is, and then we'll see.
I won't say anything as long as I'm tied up. I know how that goes. I'll be left here for the crows.
Why did you have to betray Kuno? You could have just taken the money and done nothing.
Yeah, just like Kuno would do. You've only been with us a while. If you'd been riding with him as long as I have, you'd see through him. He passes himself off as an angel of mercy, but he's as much of a swine as any common footpath.
He's no angel, true enough. But that's no cause for betrayal.
You wouldn't be saying that if he treated you the way he treats me.
I know what you mean, Jakey. Kuno's no less of a bastard than that Hagen. They're all birds of a feather.
Yeah, right? But why ride with him then?
Because Kuno's on my side. I didn't pick him, and maybe Sir Radzig wouldn't have either if he had a choice. But one thing I know, if you don't tell me where Hagen is, more innocent people will suffer.
I suppose you're right. Hagen's planning to raid some village. Samapesh, I think. He's gonna go there in person, along with what's left of his band. So, are you gonna untie me now?
I'll untie you, all right? And take you where you belong.
What? What are you saying? Where?
To jail.
But you can't. We had an agreement.
We didn't agree on anything. My conscience is clear.
Так,
У меня есть...
да хранит тебя Бог.
I found Jakey, and I know what Hagen is planning.
Spit it out, then.
Zul plans to raid Samapesh, and he wants to lead the attack himself.
I see. And what about that treacherous little bastard?
I took him to the Ratai jailhouse.
What will happen to him?
That's up to Sir Radzig. Considering what he did, he'll be lucky to get out of it alive.
I'm not so sure. Radzig always had a soft heart. He got me off the gallows after all. Saddle up now. We'll ride to Samapesh right away.
All right.
see Zul's colours. It seems they want a parley, sir.
Parlay, eh? Right then. Let's parlay.
God be with you, Sir Kuno.
My respects, Sir Hagen.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure since the siege of Lansenbach, wasn't it?
An age ago that was. In those days we fought under the same banner.
We did. And even today, we may yet part friends. After all, my quarrel is not with you, but with Coppola.
The thing is, your quarrel with Lord Coppola is my affair, since he tasked me with keeping order in his lands. And you, Hagen, you are disturbing that order.
No offense, sir, but you are just a mercenary whose main concern is keeping order in his purse. My dispute with Radzig Coppola concerns a higher ideal. Coppola shamed my family over a trifling misdemeanor. He hanged my father, razed our castle to the ground, gave our property away to his family and cronies. And for that, I demand just retribution. But you don't have to stand in my way, Kuno. I'm well aware why you serve Radzig. You owe him a favor. And from what I've heard, it's not the first time you've had to pay him back. It won't be the last either. The fact of the matter is, you fight Cobbler's battles for him, and you've little or nothing to show for it. If you accept my offer, on the other hand, you can ride away from here a rich man. What do you say, sir?
Kuno, you can't do it.
You're making a common mistake, Henry. There's a difference between what a man can't do and what he ought not to do. In this case, the difference is the size of Hagen's offer.
I understand. But supposing I make up that difference out of my own purse?
You? Henry, have you seen the size of that chest?
I have, but you might be surprised. And what have you got to lose anyway? Coin is coin, and if you stay on our side, you can still keep your honor too.
Maybe. But you'll have to pay a high price because Hagen's offer has one big advantage. I don't have to risk my life and that of my men to take it. So, what have you got to match that? Well, well. I never expected that from Radzig or from any of his people. It's a shame you didn't mention that coin right at the start. I'd have put a bit more effort into things.
You'll stay then?
Obviously.
Well, it didn't seem so obvious to me.
Come on now, Henry. Don't take offense. And let's go and deal with Hagen. It's true, Sir Hagen. This is not the first time I've paid Radzig back. Nor will it be the last. But then, he did save my neck from the noose. So I'll be long beholden to him. I'll make no bargain with you. But I will take your silver.
You would fight me? You're a damn fool.
I've no wish to fight, but neither do you. Otherwise you wouldn't have tried to buy me off. So it seems that we're evenly matched. Let's see who fortune favors.
So be it.
Больно.
Тебе конец, холоп.
To heal, Mutt.
Ну, они потом будут живы, да?
There's the good doggy. That's my boy. Look what I've got for you. You'll love this.
Тоже. Видно, что ли, был?
Приветствую. Какое у тебя дело?
Sir, we got rid of Zul.
Finally, some good news. Tell me all about it.
We caught up with Hagen in the fields near Merhoyed, and there was a skirmish. It was a tough fight, but in the end, we were victorious. Hagen fell.
Good. That's good news, Henry. Any losses on our side? Kuno's men? How did they fare?
Some of Kuno's men fell, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that. Such is a mercenary's life. May they rest in peace. Anyway, you deserve a reward for your efforts. And thank